Welcome, everyone, to the original conference championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. We're going to be treated to not just a top 10 matchup, but a battle for a conference championship and an automatic bid to the college football playoff with the first round bye that goes with it. So a lot at stake here. As we'll see the number 7 team in the country, LSU Tigers, taking on the third-ranked team, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Here's the option play. The quarterback keeps the football. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid game here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
A gain makes it second and medium. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Interesting play call here. Third and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. He makes the grab. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray, and more recently Jake Fromm, and of course Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
They'll try the option play here. Pitch play to the back. And they bring him down, but not before he picks up the first. Good execution on the option.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Here comes the 8th play of the opening drive, but now it's 3rd down. As a design quarterback keeper. Breaking tackles. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
And that run is good for 1st down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. Back to pass. It's Grant. Throws to the tight end. He's got it right near the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Keeping it on the ground here. That gain moves the ball out near the 25.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a 1st down.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever, going all the way back to Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Receiver makes the catch. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, it's great to see this quarterback from LSU make that throw and put it right on the money to pick up that 1st down. And I think that's the big thing that LSU fans want to see is consistency from the quarterback position. There have been moments where you've seen that. There have been other moments where they've been asking for more out of their quarterback. So you had the Burrow moment in 2019 that was historic, one of the best we've ever seen in the sport. But now you want to see throws like this and be a great complement to that running game, and then you become a complete package and a real threat in the SEC.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense for another 3rd down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
This offense picks up the 1st down. They tackle him at the 44.
I love this unconventional call by the offensive coordinator. 3rd and medium, a lot of times you're thinking about throwing the football, but instead they're able to run the ball with great execution, and they pick up the 1st down.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the left side. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. It's a quick grab. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Nice job of this defense taking away the primary receiver, even the second and third option. But the quarterback's legs are the difference. They almost kept him short, but instead, he gets that first down.
You try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
It's a second and goal play for the offense. It's an option look. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Methodical but effective, Kirk. Probably one of the most impressive drives we've seen in a conference championship game.
Hey, I have to agree with you. Long drives like that are like a great painting. Slowly layering all the intricate facets until you have a masterpiece completed. That drive was put together in the same fashion. Just masterful execution on that drive.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Gets the first and still running. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They're going to run it. Matt gets the carry.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down at the 47.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Third down after that running play. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a first down.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Second down after that previous play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. Trying to create here on the move. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, that's going to go down as an incompletion, obviously. But I like that the quarterback showed his ability to escape. Broke loose from the pocket and put the ball on a string. But he just wasn't able to come up with that completion.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field on that third down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. Now it's fourth down and long.
The ball near midfield. The head coach decides to go for it on fourth down. To the air. It's Grant. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Not a real good throw here. He put too much air under the ball, turned into a floater. Now defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is,
oh, and he fumbled the ball. Potential disaster here. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover. Touchdown, Georgia. The defense adds 6 points. Lining up to try the extra point. The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. This one will be fair caught. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And tackled after a small pickup there.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example the defense has.
He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Boy, great job here by this defensive lineman from Georgia using his hands and his speed to close in on the quarterback and come up with this sack. And they've had some great ones over the years, Chris, as you know, starting with our guy, David Pollack, who had as good a career in his time in Athens as anybody who's ever put on that uniform. Richard Seymour, a brilliant career with the Patriots, but it all started in Athens. Jalen Carter, just an enforcer up front. I even threw in Geno Atkins, who had a great career in the interior of that Georgia defensive line.
Check this out. The offense still on the field, going for it inside their own 30.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
That decision to go for it on fourth down doesn't work out. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Catch made on the right side. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
They stop him, but it's a first down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
And the Bulldogs will line up here on first down and goal. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And that Mighty Bengals offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on 4th down in their end and got stopped. And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
It's a draw play. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Boy, draws and screens are a great way to counter an effective pass rush. Allow those defensive ends to get upfield and then hand it off at the last second.
They'll try a pass here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That is a big play. Finally brought down at the 44.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes. And this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance and a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
Let's go.
Quarterback still with the football. In the clear at the 25. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
Extra point try coming now. PAT is good. They still trail, though. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Georgia offense is back out on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. Makes the grab on the right side for a big gain. Steps out of bounds after an enormous gain, but there is a penalty marker on the field. This one may be coming back. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown, Bulldogs. This quarterback on fire today. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
A timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Okay, Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. He's moving out of the pocket now. On the run, he'll let it go. Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion and an open man downfield. The ball's just about to get to his receiver. Then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it.
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, LSU. No chance to catch him. And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
Dropping back, it's Grant. Snags the quick throw. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
The drive stays alive with that first down completion. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Touchdown, Georgia. This offense cannot be stopped.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. You'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the... And he lofts one deep over the middle. Oh, the pass is picked off. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Chris, it feels like to me the offense is being really cautious. The defenders are just sitting back there almost playing backyard football, knowing the offense is being a little bit more conservative. Eyes on the football, stepped in front of it, and makes the pick.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. Going to have to make some adjustments there and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Dogs.
Boy, this guy has a knack for the end zone, doesn't he? That's 2 touchdowns for this guy today, and I don't know if he's done yet.
They convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Dogs will kick this away to begin the second half. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 12. Coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. And looking to throw now on first down. Off target and incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
That play makes it 2nd and 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He's escaping the pocket now. Looking to scramble now. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
This is just a great job of understanding situational awareness by this quarterback. Nobody's open downfield, so instead he decides to buy a little bit of time by scrambling, gets out of the pocket, and he gets to the sticks and just gets the first down.
Makes a quick grab. Tackle made after a solid gain. Will spot the ball at the 34.
It was a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. It doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right here.
Still down by double digits in the third quarter. They're going to go for it on fourth down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up the offense at the 39.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
He bought some time, now lets it go. Short pass finds the tight end. And it's out of bounds after a decent gain.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack is so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
Dropping back, it's Grant. Caught quickly. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Looks to the left, pass caught. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. They beat the blitz there with a pressure bearing down crew. He just dumped it off to the back.
A nice job of just keeping his eyes downfield, because you're right, that pressure got to him in a hurry. Thankfully, the running back was right in his line of sight. He's able to dump it to him as a safety valve, and he picked up the first.
Back to throw again. On the run here. Lets it go. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
Man, this wide receiver has been a difference maker in this football game. He's got 2 touchdowns already. Now they look to him again, and he picks up the first down.
Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. Gibby decides to keep it here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
When the linebackers and really the quarterback of the defense on this play diagnosed that read quickly and executed it flawlessly. He just flew in and blew up the option play for a loss.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Receiver makes the grab.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense. When you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a...
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He's moving out of the pocket, and he'll just get rid of it.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. Here's a gamble. Head coach keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Looks like LSU has the first down.
Man, I can't believe they're going for it on 4th down deep in their own territory like this. Usually, you might see this late in the game, but early, really risky decision, but it pays off.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. And that's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Handoff in a single back formation. The pickup is 4. Sets up a 3rd and 6 now. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a 1st down. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And here comes a deep shot. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Going the other way, can they stop him? And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, this defense is doing an outstanding job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage. That's their 3rd interception now in the game.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. 1st down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the 1st down.
1st down here for this offense. They're going to run the option. He's found some room at the 45. Big gain across midfield all the way down to the 34-yard line.
Let's face it, we all want a team full of guys that can just make big plays and get first downs and touchdowns. But you know what? You got to have a big man. You can just turn it to him and hand him the ball, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. On first down, it's play action. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the beatdown continues. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Time for one more play here in the quarter. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And the tackle is made on what's going to be the final play of this period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Looks like LSU has the first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
First down and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Running back has it on a screen now. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Boy, just a great job here by this defense, sniffing out the screen. They were not fooled at all. He caught that ball. He had nowhere to go, and it's a loss of yardage.
That's a design quarterback keeper. Got the first down, now looking for more. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Wow, man, this guy's having a heck of a day. Now, they may not win this game today, but you cannot fault his effort, what he's been able to do. He's been the one bright spot as that last carry now puts him over the 100-yard mark.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
Here we go.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
29 Philly.
And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Fights off a defender. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run. Now it's second down here. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Handoff from the shotgun. And the ball to the ground. Looks like the defense has it. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. The back's got it. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
defense getting set. It's second down. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Crucial third down play coming up after that run. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
They went for it and failed on fourth down earlier. Let's see if they fare better here. To the air. It's Grant. Fires it to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. And he'll step out of bounds, but that is a huge takeaway for this defense. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. He hands it to the back. Oh, what a move.
Boy, I thought he might shake free there. He's able to break one tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job of coming up and run support.
Second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. Going to hand it off to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll tackle him for a small gain. Needed a lot more on 3rd and long.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Dumps it down to the back. Caught. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3. Quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Looking to scramble. On the run here, lets it go. And it falls incomplete as the clock hits 0-0. That's it, game over. Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had. And now they can